Hey there guys, how's it going? And welcome to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved, playing the center on the Xbox One, part of my playthrough here. Now today's episode we've got an absolute ton of new changes that I'm going to go through with you all. I'm going to be rebuilding my base and also giving you guys a bit of a guide for how to mimic my base I'm going to make, so I know a lot of you like to do that. But we're going to start off with something which is absolutely awesome about the center, which I actually just discovered last night during my live stream. A subscriber, well a follower even, pointed this out to me and it absolutely blew my mind. Loads of people in the chat hadn't seen it either. So this is like an underwater, almost secret cave slash underwater bubble that is on the center that is not obvious if you haven't either seen it or been shown it. It is really super cool. We're going to go down there today. I'm going to show you what it's like and potentially how well you could do down there and how you could even make a base down there and live under the sea, just like in The Little Mermaid. Anyway, we've got God mode on at the moment. We've got our infinite stats and everything, and I've got my flippers on and high oxygen just so I can easily go down there and show you where it is. So the coordinates for this place is 9360, so we're going to need to go a little bit more north to get that 93. You can see I've got the infinite stats on. You could probably easily get to this thing with just one of those itchies, just with a dolphin. So here we go, 93, and then we're going to need to go a bit more east to get that 60. And then it's basically just straight down from there. You will see. If you're having trouble finding it, one thing you can do is kind of float on the center, and you can kind of see it from the top if you manage to do that, if you just want to have a little peek. So just off of this cliff here, so somewhere around here it is. If you kind of go up to the surface, you might be able to see, right there you can see that, like that almost current under the water there, and there's some I guess like ruins or something there. That's where it is, and there you can see we saw it really clearly just there. So you go down here. Obviously, you might not be this fast. I've got a lot of oxygen going on this character. And this is it here. Look at this bubble. This is an underwater bubble that you can actually live and breathe in. It's unbelievable. So you can just enter here. Try not to enter through the top because you will actually fall down. And although it looks kind of weird, as you can see, my oxygen stat has disappeared. So you can actually breathe down here. Absolutely crazy. Let's take my flippers off so I can run around a little bit faster. And we'll get rid of this. Now, as far as I can see, there's no real danger to being down here other than be careful if you come in from the top, because as soon as you come into the bubble, you will lose, well, you will just fall down. You might lose all of your health if you haven't got enough. But here you can see we've got trees, we've got metal, we've got bushes, and so on. Now, I was thinking, how could you actually live down here? Because this would be super cool to live down here, but you're not going to have any dinos, are you? Other than sea dinos that you can just park up there, or maybe you could try and swim some of them down here if you gave them some oxygen and the right potion and whatever. However, something that you could do is bring your fertilized eggs down here and actually hatch the dinos down here. It's an absolutely awesome idea. So I think that this area here definitely could be like a late game PvP area. I'm not sure how difficult it would be to raid, but either way, for people who don't know about this area, although I can't imagine it would last very long, especially after people like me doing videos about this, this is just super amazing. And I am absolutely sure there's got to be more areas like this in the center that are just hidden, Easter eggy almost, I guess. Not quite an Easter egg, I guess. It doesn't seem to be anything too mysterious. It's just an area that I hadn't seen before, and I thought that you guys would really love to see. Let's see if you can go around the back here. Maybe anything around the back? No, it's just cornered off. But yeah, this is super awesome. I thought you guys would love this. When I found this, absolutely blew my mind. And for those of you who haven't seen this before, I'm sure you're thinking, oh my word, that is crazy. So it actually makes me want to go and have a look around, see if there's any more areas like this on the center. There's got to be some more. But yeah, great place to build, a great place to build. But now you've seen that, I'm actually going to go back up to the surface now and show you what I've been doing, because I've had to remake my world. I've decided to go back to single player. I didn't have enough control over the server when I was playing before. That doesn't really make sense for my Let's Plays to be able to not have enough control over the server. So I can change some of the settings. So I've had to rebuild. As you guys know who watch my streams in this playthrough, I was roughly like level 65 or something like that. So I've gone into my single player settings, given myself enough XP to be level 65. I'm going to spawn in a few of the dinos that I had, not all of them, because it is quite fun just taming your own dinos. And also I'm going to spawn in some of the stuff that I already had, just because it seems silly to start completely all over again, because I've done that about 10 times so far in this series, or definitely 3 or 4 times anyway. So what we're going to do now is going to head over to my spot. I'm going to show you where the spot is, and we're just going to use a bit of admin commands and stuff today, guys, to get back to where we were. But I thought you guys would want to see this because I know a lot of you want to kind of build similar bases to me, and you want to kind of play the game alongside how I'm playing it to see how you guys fare, see if you can get stuff quicker than I can get it and all that kind of stuff. So let's head back over to where my base location is going to be, and we'll carry on there. Alright, so this is the base location. Those who've been watching so far will know I had this same location before, but I'm going to do a bit of a redesign. Now, what's so amazing about this location is how flat it is. Look how flat this whole area. It gives me loads of room to expand if I want to do so. Now, before we had a similar base design, but I decided to take the dino gate off of the back because I ended up not really using that. I might just switch out of the door. We've got 2 dino gates on the side here, and before my last base was 6 wide, whereas this time it is 8 wide. So if you want to build one the same length, it is 8 wide. Let's have a look how many is each side as well. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 wide plus 2 times 8, 16. So we've got 24 altogether. This is 24 wide, and let's have a little count how long it is if you want to build identical to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. So 24 by 15 if you want to mimic this. And this is just so awesome that I've managed to get this really, really flat area that I can build on. Now, the idea is for my Let's Play, what I want to do, I'll just clear out some of this, is I want to get just 2 of every animal to start off. Obviously, a male and a female. I want kibble to be a big thing this time. I want to get eggs, kibble tames, which is something I never really did before. Before, it was just about building and building all the stuff that I could and going on some adventures. This time, I want to have an awesome kibble farm, 2 of every dino, and then once we've got 2 of every dino, I want to get more ambitious and try get that perfect level 150 of every dino as well, because I believe it's 150 on the center. Now, an absolutely incredible admin command that I've got going on here that some of you might have realized is I've managed to take off ground clutter, which is something that is really annoying, to be honest, on the center. So let me show you the command for that. To take it off, it's SG ground clutter quality, just one word, ground clutter quality, need it there, then space 0. Now, I believe if you want to put it back, you do space 4, like there's 4 settings. So let's try that. And there you can see, there's all the ground clutter. Let's see if doing it on 3 just changes it a little bit. No, 3 doesn't seem to change much. Let's have a look at 2. Yeah, oh, there is some going. There is some going. You can see that. Let's do 1. Yeah, so if you want some ground clutter, that actually isn't too bad. And that still looks quite nice. But I actually love this look, where it looks like I have a perfectly kind of mowed lawn or something. This is going to look super awesome, I think. And you guys will probably quite like that look as well. Looks really, really smart. So what's the design I'm going for here? I want to go for all stone foundations. I think it will look pretty smart and a bit nicer than the metal foundations. And at the moment, I've currently got it on Harvest Health 0, which is why I can just smash this and delete all that. I'm actually going to change that. I did that because I'm used to doing that. Now, as you can see, this area, as awesome as it is... Oh, by the way, let me show you where it is on the map. You guys are probably wondering where this is. It's 6740, roughly. 6740. We'll look at the map as well, so you can see where that is on the map. There you can see 6740, a real nice area, super flat. Now this is the danger. I don't really mind them killing that thing, so I just spawned that in. I've got an ascendant pike right here just to do all this stuff that I'm going to show you. Now, that is the danger of this area. We have a lot of Titan boas, a lot of swamp dinos, because we're practically in the swamp here. Like, let's get rid of this little thing. I hate these things hanging around. They're always going to come over and just smash me. Right, get out of here. Now, on the last one, what I had was I had 2 behemoth gates. I had one in the corner here, and then I had one over in that corner. But I'm thinking this time, if I can, I might get one in the middle here, and then one in the middle of this bit. So let's just spawn them in, because I did actually have them last time as well. Unfortunately, a lot of you didn't see all of the building that I managed to do in between this and the last episode, but I will show you it Don't worry, I'm not going to like admin command in this whole base or anything. I'm just going to get to where I was before, which was having some stone behemoth gates, having some railings up, then having a few dinos in here and some plant species X and whatever, and then we'll get back to normal. But I thought you guys would want to see this. I thought you guys would want to see me doing this building, because I know a lot of you would rather have an episode today than be like, oh, sorry, I couldn't do an episode today. I was busy rebuilding everything. So let me just drop a load of this that I don't need right now, so I'm not stupidly over encumbered. You can see on my stats as well, I've actually increased some of the stats like the weight and so on for every level so that I can get a higher amount. As you can see, I've got 50 fortitude, I think is going to be pretty important for the center. So let's spawn some more of this stuff in and get started on it. Alright, so we've got some behemoth gates. These are always tricky to place. What I like to try and do is have them, I think I'll try and have it so it's actually off the edge. Now I'm not sure whether I want to, I mean, I'd love to do this centrally, and there's a few techniques to try and get your stuff dead central, but I think I'm just gonna, the problem is if I eye it, it might not be okay, but this, I don't know, I've got confidence in my own ability to just judge it by eye. So let's just smeesh this down. I think I want to put it before so it's not on top of those things. I want it so it's like down here like this, and then you don't actually see the foundation from the outside. Now to me that looks pretty central. I'm just gonna push it a bit further that way. You can see as I push that in, it's not quite even. You can tell by how much it goes into the actual thing. So you want both sides going into the wall at the same time to make sure that this is completely level. That's not going, so you can see the green disappears into the foundation. I want that at roughly the same time. So it's very tricky to do on Xbox. It's a lot easier to do on PC, but I think that is pretty good. But it doesn't look right. It looks to me like it should go left a little bit more, even though that's telling me it's off a little bit. And then is this in the center of my screen? I tell you what might help if I get this out. Ah, there you go. So I can put that in the center of my screen. I don't know. I'm thinking this here like this, although it seems a little bit off on there. All right, let's plonk that down. Boom. All right, we've done it. Now let's put the gate down as well. That looks pretty smart. That looks pretty smart. We've got a tiny bit of a clip there, but it doesn't look too bad in my opinion. Now let's see how it would go. I'd quite like to get this next one kind of central on this bit as well, and I think I'm just going to do it by eye, to be honest. I mean, I know some of you out there with OCD might get a bit mad at me here, but that's just the way I roll. We can always kind of change it later. So let's have a little look. Now these are about 7 wide, and how many wide did I say this was? Let's have a look. We've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So 15 minus 7, and we've got 8, so that should leave 4 either side. So if I put 4 walls up just to guide me, that should help actually. Let me do that. Alright, we've got the walls, so let's put these up. I'm not actually going to keep these walls. I'm going to do fence foundations because I think they look really cool, and for PvE it doesn't matter. So let's do 1 2 3 4 there, 1 2 3 4 here, and this should help me line up this behemoth gate. Now I could do on the opposite side, but there's not really much point because you can't really put anything over there. So let's put this up here. You can see. Alright, how is that looking? That is... Alright, we need to, I guess, just touch either side. It is kind of difficult to judge. You can obviously do orbital cam. A lot of people like to do orbital cam when they're doing this, but I find that that can be a bit messy as well. So here you can see orbital camera. That actually looks quite good in orbital cam, but these behemoth gates are so big, it's quite hard to see just like that. So I think that is about right. Let's have a look. Look, we've got that side. We've got that side. I think about there is going to be right. Let's just plonk it down. We can always redo it. I think that actually looks pretty smart. We can see that's going in fine. That's going in fine. Let's smash this down as well. And I'm pretty happy with this. So now we've got our 2 behemoth gates, which are going to allow us to move our stuff around, and it's quite a big pen. I'm hoping this will be big enough for everything. I think it definitely will do if I have an aviary at the top, which I think I'm going to be able to do now, now that I'm going to change the design quickly. So what I also had before was I had wooden railings around the outside, so let me do those now. You guys don't need to watch me do all of that. It's going to be a little bit slow, but that will really turn this base into something pretty smart looking. Okay, now that is done. I think that looks pretty cool. Obviously, you could change it to stone railings if you wanted. You could put some walls up as well, and I probably will do some walls or maybe some intersections or something, splitting these up, because I think this is a pretty good size thing. I mean, it's not quite big enough for everything if we're talking Brontos and Gigas and all that kind of thing, but all the slightly smaller dinosaurs to medium-sized dinosaurs will be able to fit in here, no problem. Now, another thing that I had was I had some plant species around the outside guarding all of this, because as you can see, these dillos and these snakes are absolutely everywhere, and when I obviously turn off my admin settings and whatever, I'm going to be pretty vulnerable to all that kind of stuff. So I've got about 20 on me, and this is like not a bad technique for you to do generally if you want to space things out evenly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some on the corners here. I'm going to start off putting them on the corner. And with about 20, well, I don't know, I think I'm only going to cover 2 sides. So, I mean, obviously, that's roughly 10 per side. Let's put them on the edges first. Now, I've got my fertilizer and plant species on me ready as well. But these are great for base defense in PvE. Let's put one there. Actually, I might need some on this side as well, though to be fair, you don't get a lot of stuff crawling up the side here, but I'm going to do just to make it kind of even. I guess I don't really need any on the back, but I'm going to have one just here. There you go, like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to end up splitting them roughly in half and go from there. It's a pretty easy way to get a pretty even coverage without like doing anything too crazy and scientific and making sure everything is exactly split up. So you can kind of just, if you just keep dividing everything, basically doing it by eye, I tend to find it's not too bad. And you get a pretty decent coverage this way as well. Now obviously the middle of this one is going to be here, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put one on either side of the entrance, and then I'm going to split those in 2, which again should give me a pretty decent coverage and be able to fend off most things. I'm about to get attacked by this dillo, but it's not going to be a problem with my pike I've got, and I've got the god mode on, so get ready, you seen. Right, that one's pretty good as well. Again, on this side, I think all we need to do is just put one either side of that, and it's a pretty even split. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. Now, I have got a spare 9 on me, so why not just fill the rest of the back up as well? You can see this is roughly the middle here. I'm not too worried about it being precise, but obviously you want it to kind of look about right. It doesn't have to be precise, but it does look kind of odd when it's really obviously uneven on one side or another. So you probably want to get it right. I might end up doing something on this side as well. I have got a bit of space here. Maybe I might end up putting my farm here. This would be a good idea, because obviously I can easily get the water to come up from there, and there's enough space to build a greenhouse on the back. Oh my god, that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my greenhouse on the back of the base there. That is a really, really cool idea. So we're going to stick with that. So let me fill these up as well, and then we'll at least have some plant coverage. Okay, all of those have now got fertilizer and the plant species. To be fair, I could put them on platforms as well, which would stop like smaller things from getting to them, but I think we're going to be okay here. Now, I actually thinking, I mean, look at all these Paraceratheriums around. I might need to put a few more down eventually, but obviously today I'm just rebuilding my world till it gets to the point where I had it before, so we've got time for that in the future. I can do it all a bit more legit than I'm doing here, but I just wanted to do a kind of a bit of a building episode, a bit of an example, and my thought processes going into it all. Now, because of the way I've done this, what I'd quite like to do is I'd quite like to have ceilings on there, and then like have ramps that go up. So let me play around with that a little bit. Let's see if I can get that looking good. Alright, so I've got my ceilings here. Let's put them up. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure if this will actually be exactly what I'm looking for. I've tried to do this before and it never seems to quite work out. Let's just have a little look. Now, that looks good. I like that. I like that. But then that's going to go up to a ceiling here. And then to have a ramp there is a little bit tricky. So what I might do, actually, let's get rid of this. Because we all know that getting up ladders can be a little bit annoying sometimes. Let's see if we can get rid of this. There you go. Yeah, it can be a little bit annoying. So sometimes it is good to just use ramps instead. If you've got the space, it's a little bit more convenient. So let me finish off doing this ceiling. And then we'll see where we're at to place more ramps to the next level. Now I'm going to put some walls up here as well. I mean, I am kind of tempted to do either railings or window frames, but I can do that at a later date even. We're just using this as a general kind of foundation, I guess, for what I want to do here. So lots of things you can do to make your house look really nice in Ark, but because I'm just spawning this stuff in just for admin stuff, I'm just going to do a very basic design with stone walls, even though it's not really ideally where I want to be. So let me just have a little think about how I want to do this. I could have a ceiling here, I guess, and then maybe ramps coming off of this, but I don't think it will let me put a ramp there. Oh no, it will. But how's that look underneath? I bet that looks a bit funky underneath. It does look a bit funky underneath, but then what I could do is just like wall that off and just forget it even exists. But I don't know. I'm not sure I really like that look. Let's see, can I put I can put a wall there actually. See, I can do that, which actually isn't too bad. I mean, it does cut into the space we've got here, but I think it looks quite decent. And also this is going to allow me to have ramps all the way, which is going to make it easier for me to get up and down here. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm pretty happy with how it looked there. Do that again. Obviously, I'm doing walls here, but I might end up doing some doors here, and I could use this as like a secret storage room. Do I have to go 2 out there? I mean, I could really just go 1 out. Let me have a look. Don't know why I was thinking 2. I thought it was like 2 wide, but can I just do this? And it looks... No, you can't do that because it's blocked by the ramp, so... That's okay, we'll just do it like this. Oh my word. Not like that, guys, not like that. And what I'll do eventually is I'll change some of these out for what you call them. I'll change some of them out for doors. And can we put one there? That's good how I can build through the ramp there. I'm glad it's let me do that. And yeah, that actually looks quite smart now. I wasn't really going to think that was very cool, but that's cool. Now I've got another 2 higher one here. So let's put the ceilings on this top level as well. Well, this isn't actually going to be the top level. I think I would end up doing another level as well. And I need to put the walls on, and then we'll continue again and see where we're at. Okay, so now we've got the next layer, and I've got quite a few levels here. We've got the ground floor here, which you can have some decent storage in. Let's get rid of this little plant here. The ground floor here, then up to this section. Oh my word, I'm going to have to get rid of that plant. That's so annoying. Right, okay, I'll get rid of that eventually. Look, this like floating plant here. It's kind of weird. So then we've got this second area. I think this is where I'll have my smithy, my fabricator, similar to my season 1 build actually. I'll have that kind of stuff here, and then on this next floor I think is where I'm gonna have like storage and potentially an industrial forge. Now I would like to have like an industrial forge. Does need quite a tall area actually. What I'm kind of thinking of is having an industrial forge just right on the top. So what I might do is make this level do the doors, the stairs, even just like the ramps like on the other one. I could even just do 1 there. I wonder if that would look good. And then go through like that. It's going to look a bit funky underneath, perhaps. Let me see. I don't know. It's not too... Doesn't look... It kind of looks like it's meant to be like that, actually. That's quite a cool, almost design feature. And then maybe have just like 1 there. Like next one along. Come on, next one along. And then this ramp here. Well, does that look weird from below? It's not too bad, but it definitely doesn't look purpose-built, that's for sure. I mean, and then we could have a big area there. I mean, what would be the difference? This gives you a little bit more space here. This is the advantage to doing it like this. Okay, I'm going to continue and do it like this, just so this level's a little bit different. Okay, we've now done this top area. I always like to have like an open air area. I could perhaps put my industrial forge on here once I get to that stage. Or I'm actually thinking about just putting my normal forges here. Because to be honest, when you're playing on your own, you don't normally need an industrial forge. It's more for like big alpha tribes and stuff like that. And I'm not really gathering a huge amount of all of that. Now, I did want to do myself an aviary. So I was just thinking about how I could do this. And I might put it on top here. I was thinking, what I could do is I could put some pillars up along here, and then I could just have it on the top, I guess, which might look kind of cool. So let me just have a little go at building that and see what I can come up with. Alright, so I think I've done a pretty nice job here of the bird pen. Now, I have done these wooden railings, which obviously makes it difficult. You can't just put ceilings directly on these. I don't think you can. No, you can't. So what I'm going to have to do, which is what I wanted to do anyway, is split this up so that it's got like a nice little sectioning for my birds. Now, ideally, that's going to be like 4 high. That's fine with a little bit of the side there. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some on there, but I'm going to section this out so that I'm going to have a little space for each individual bird as and when I get them. Obviously, I've got no birds at the moment. Now, this corner bit's always a little bit awkward, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave 3 there, a space of 3, but I don't know how it's going to work out in terms of the overall look of the place. So let's do that like that. Let's then do this middle section like this. And we'll do the ceilings there and there, and we'll put I've only got one more ceiling on me. So now if I did this the same, so I left 3 gap, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Actually, that works out quite nicely. Then we've got another 2 gap in there, so that actually works out pretty nice. And it's not very often in Ark you get things working out pretty nice. Now, how about for this section? I think I'm just going to do them here like this. And that's going to give me enough room to play with on this section here, and also probably allow sections it off a little bit, but also you can fit quite you could probably fit 2 birds in each section if it gets a bit cramped. But I have to be fair, I only really want 2 of each animal, so really up here there's only going to be 2 pteranodons, 2 birds, and maybe I'll fly some of my other tames up here that I can carry like the beaver and stuff like that. So let me finish this off. This has turned out quite nice, and then we'll just put the finishing touches on for today. So there we have it, the basics of a nice PvE base. Obviously, there's a lot of details and a lot of things that can be changed to make this a bit nicer looking. Let's just climb down here. But I quite like this area. I'm wondering if I can fly a Quetz through there, because if I can fly my Quetz in here when I eventually get one, and then just have my forges there. Could be very, very cool. And this is a bit different to what I've had before. I think it looks pretty nice. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I should put any other different touches here. Oh no, what's going on here? Oh my word. Maybe I can change this. I'm gonna have to change this. That kind of sucks. Or if I get rid of that pillar, is that just gonna delete all of that? That would suck if it does. I really... Damn, right. Maybe... I actually don't think the pillars look too bad coming down there. I think it kind of looks not bad at all. But I need to change this. And we're going to need to change how we get up to that second level. Maybe I'll just do a ladder or something. I don't know. But I'll definitely change that. Let's get rid of these. Get rid of this. Ceilings. Don't need those anymore. Maybe I'll just do a ladder or something. Let's think. I don't need all of this open plan actually if I'm going to do that. So I can put ceilings here. And then I can put a ladder or something. Yeah, I could just do a ladder up there. Yeah, I think that doesn't look too bad with the pillars, actually. That's not ideal to have them going through the top. But yeah, we've got the basics here. All of the rest of this, I think I'm just going to do legit now. I think like it was fun playing around with a bit of admin mode and spawning stuff in just for today's effort. Damn, it looks pretty cool from the outside. But from now on, I think I'm just going to do all the rest of it legit. I wanted to just get back to where I was and maybe even have an improvement, because I've had to do this so many times now that it's been really difficult to do. But yeah, I think that looks pretty nice, pretty decent size. I've got enough room here to put everything I want in here, and hopefully we can really now get stuck into this season 3, or is it even season 4? It's season 3, of course it's season 3. Yeah, season 3 series on the center, and really get smashing into this playthrough that I know you're all going to enjoy. Let's get rid of this poor Parasaur, because I'm not sure he's a bit stuck here. So let's just smash him with my ascendant pike that I spawned in. But I'm going to get rid of my all spawned in stuff now. Had a lot of fun with that. Almost spoilt myself a little bit with that kind of stuff. But we're going to get rid of this stuff now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. I know it's a bit different to normal. And I haven't really done an episode like this before. But I thought you guys would quite like it. So I'm going to get rid of all of this. Don't forget, if you haven't checked out the rest of this series, you can do so with some annotations on screen for a whole playlist of these videos. And yeah, that's it for the admin stuff, guys. Don't worry, we're not going to be adminning now we're just to do a normal playthrough. Should be good fun. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.